Minecraft, the game that changed a whole generation and has since been a building block for creativity and expression in the gaming world. Minecraft has left its mark, and even though we stop playing, we don't quit. We just take very long breaks, and that can apply to all games. But what makes this game in general different from other games is that one game may try to be realistic as a pulling factor for an audience, or maybe that it's complex and difficult, or some people like a simplistic feel like Pac-Man or Terraria that doesn't make things seem too complex and is reasonable to comprehend. Minecraft is so complex, but yet so simplistic. It's a game for all age groups and is easy to grasp, but can also be uncomprehendable. Minecraft is truly a masterpiece, and that is why my new series in BPP will be about the game that everyone gets together to play, and then we leave for a year just to start again. Minecraft over the years has decided to create realms, a subscription you pay to have a world that can hold up to 10 people plus the owner of the realm, and anyone invited can join anytime. The point of this series is to show my experiences on the realm and all the things that have happened and how it started.
He's just not gonna play.
I don't think he has the motivation to play.
I don't
I
think he
genuinely don't
wants
think he
to play
does.
Minecraft.
Who?
Brody.
One
That's it,
kid.
boys.
He's just gonna hop on Fortnite every day.
I don't think he, now that he can't do mischievous stuff, I don't think he actually wants to play the game.
This is
All
real.
right, boys. Now it's just a matter of, is my internet gonna
Oh, there's a
be worth
pan.
it enough?
Whenever Loxley was on, did he do commands?
This was my first time on the realm. The realm has been going for probably a day or two after I got on, but this is my first time.
I don't know. I wasn't on.
Yay!
Yes.
Ogle,
You have
Vogel
to ask
for her.
Richard that question.
I just
So
I
said
yeah.
thought
yes.
Evan was on it too.
No, it was only me and Lucas. Evan
Oh.
left. 'Cause
I
he had
mean,
soccer.
if he did use cheats, I don't know. That seems pretty bad.
Oh, this is so
I DM'd him to
weird.
stop, and he said he
Let's
didn't.
go.
So
I haven't played Minecraft in a grip.
He probably doesn't know that I sent the image. He's gonna be mad.
It's gonna be meta.
Why'd you sound like Julia?
Oh, it's
I swear
like,
you sounded like Julia when you said that.
Dude, Joya is a different species, dude.
where's Julia?
I don't know, probably doing something silly.
Nah, bro's goofing off.
Oh my god.
Hey, don't say on God. Say on skid.
On skid. Not on skid. What the?
Bro got
What
struck
the-
down.
Dude,
I
where
can't
is
find- I
everybody?
can't
What's
find
the
this.
chords? So these are the people that were on at that time. If any more people get on or they're shown in the realm, I will put their name, but these are for now. So these who these people are.
So I'm at
Oh.
negative. I'm at negative 350, 400.
Go to those. Those are the first and last coordinates. The middle coordinate doesn't matter.
Oh, so there's only some of y'all on here. Alright. Alright.
So just
Oh my god, how do we get so many people on here now?
the first one is the first one, and the last one is the last one.
I'm gonna use all the land behind my house for farming.
So basically what happened is I kept mining, and because it became night, I just decided to make a home in the side of that hill. And I actually disbanded from the main group because I wanted to have kind of my own group with another one of our friends named Eli, which is Cottonmouth. And anyway, if you haven't seen the first video, which Evan actually takes care of the news channel, then I recommend you watch that to see the reasons why I disbanded from the main group, just so you're caught up on why I did that. And you know, but anyway, I just kind of mine out a place here and, you know, do normal like house stuff. You know, later I'll renovate it, but right now I'm just trying to get basics and get a mine going and some light. But yeah. Day 2 just consisted of me going to visit the main town after I got some iron gear and trying to see where everybody lived. This day isn't too exciting, but it is certainly progress. The things that were built on the server so far was the start of the town road, Richard's mountain house, and the outline of Barron's house. Most people at the time were either grinding for items or terraforming their land to build their houses on. I came over to check the town's progress and what people were up to before deciding what to do next on my mountain base. Day 3 consisted of me going mining for diamonds. My buddy Eli joined, so now our playing can commence. We went down into the mines and found caves and got some diamonds. On day 2, previously, Loxley was caught continually cheating until he was banned, so this is the first terminated person of the realm so far, and we're only 3 days in. The other team is starting to build more and create some silly stuff, and also Brody has been enslaved by Baron for some odd reason. There was also a glitch when Richard died, so we had to reset, but up to this point it's relatively the same, nothing special other than grinding for materials and creating questionable builds. This day is a bit different than other days, and in my opinion, it's more interesting. Another player joined the realm named Caden. Also on this day, Xander's castle interior had been finished. We didn't know it was going to be on the interior yet, but at this point, Xander's build was pretty cool and productive towards the other team. On this day, Baron was moving into his new house and also created a drug business inside, which started a controversy between some members of both groups, and that night, the GCSP formed from some people of both groups, and that night they decided to put an end to Baron's drug business as people were wasting their diamonds on candles with name tags. So at this point it was a waiting game, but was one of the silliest things up to this point. The other team started to get enchantment armor and tools, and that will conclude it for day 4. Today I'm going to work on the wall I said, so me and Eli got to it, while also double tasking a mine, grinding for gear, as we had seen we were a tad behind on our infrastructure, but we were pretty well off when it came to materials and tools, but we were too lazy to enchant them. On the other hand, some of the other team consisted of Dillon, Richard, Evan, and Baron went to a mesa biome to tame some dogs, and got some, but unfortunately Dillon lost his stuff coming back, but found it later. This day, we found our perfect opportunity to strike. Me and Evan distracted Baron while Xander went inside to steal the merchandise. Once Xander got out, we hid the merchandise in a secret chest in the castle and lingered a bit to see if Baron had noticed and to see if we could do more damage. So while the time was right, Xander and Evan went into the house. Unfortunately, my controller batteries died while I was standing right in front of his house, but when I got inside, Evan and Xander had fled, and I was still in the house, so I ran out, and I seen some gamer tags, so I booked it to Keegan's house. We watched and waited again, then until we went to our separate paths, knowing what we had done was for the best of all, and for the realm itself, and that will wrap it up for day 5. On this day, the realm had another reset due to another glitch where Brody died. There was a long debate whether we should reset or not, since people could lose progress, and we all had agreed no resets. But at this point, I didn't know that Richard had gotten a reset, so I was arguing with Brody that we couldn't, but then he says, well, Richard got a reset. So that re-rolled the dice, and ended up resetting, but luckily, nobody lost much progress, so it was a good day. But our team, we finished the wall and started terraforming, so it was a pretty good day. On this day, things got wild. Basically on this day, I got permission to build on the opposing team's side, so I went over to their town and started constructing a law firm so that I could be useful and to also help my iron problem. But then an opportunity arose as me and Evan started to notice that Baron had invited some of his friends from his school over to his drug house. And then me and Evan wanted to do a little pestering, so we went into the house unnoticed and hid in the basement. No one was coming, so we came up to the door and flipped it like 100 times before Baron noticed something was off. And then when he popped open the door, it was already done. I had killed one of the most influential people in the realm, and it was out of impulse, so me and Evan booked it for the basement. hiding within his walls, and then we were spotted. We mined our way out of his house, through the wall, and all Baron's friends were after us, and we probably would have been cooked if it weren't for the ditch that had generated in our path. You see, we couldn't have mined our way out as quickly as they can run towards us, but when we fell into that ditch, Evan booked it for the surface, and I dug myself out of the wall and watched as every single one of Baron's henchmen went after Evan and left me all alone, and it went quiet. My heart calmed down and rested. Then I mined myself out of the hole and ran back home, and Baron's friends were after me. They were asking questions of my location. I ran and I swam until it made it back home. They offered me a deal, their stuff back, and they'd let me go. I didn't trust them. They could kill me in an instant, so I set their stuff in a chest, gave them the coordinates, and went away. They didn't bother to go looking for the chest, as another thing came up. Not but a little bit ago had Xander constructed the interior of his castle, and can you guess what it was? Yep, a courtroom. I knew I was cooked. The deal of their stuff was off the table. They wanted to see me and Evan's bones rot away behind the prison bars, so I reluctantly was escorted by Evan back to Gang City and made my way into a courthouse. I was by no doubt sentenced, but only an hour if I returned the items I had stolen from Baron. So then I went back to building my law firm, and until the prison was built, I couldn't serve my sentence. But someone decided that I had to serve it earlier. Brody killed me with a fire aspect sword, so we had another court case, and Brody was sentenced to 3 hours. But then Brody was accused of many other charges, such as x-raying and flying, basically using cheats on top of my murder and lying multiple times to the judge, and even his own friends, in order to gain complete trust and support so he could get 100% out of this scenario. But his time was cut short when he was caught having 23,000 XP, which is one of the charges he could have left alone, but persisted to defend himself. Evan gave no mercy to Brody, and ones that supported him and pointed out reasons for why Brody was cheating. Then out of the blue, Brody sent a post on Discord. It was a forum on Reddit over Minecraft glitches. It made sense because Brody this whole time was claiming that all the accusations against him were all glitches of some sort, and claimed he was playing on Xbox. But when this post was sent saying that someone else was having 23,000 XP, also Evan was stopped in his tracks, so he dropped all charges except for Brody killing and lying, which added up to around 5 hours. But then Dillon said something that no one could have guessed and that nobody could possibly comprehend that someone would do. Dillon was allowed to speak his word. He walked up to the speaking circle and then said that Brody had created that post, and that we wondered, well, how do you know Dillon? Well, Dillon said that it was under Brody's same account name, and that it had to be Brody that created that account to misdirect us. Brody would have gotten away with it, but Dillon caught him red-handed, and the worst thing of all was that his own friends didn't even know. Which now anything that Brody said was not credible and useless, as no one could trust his word. So after a long argument, Brody was banned, and now 2 people had been banned, and we went on our ways back to the things we did. This dilemma spanned for 2 days, and when it was over, we were all relieved. On day 9, I didn't get much progress done myself, but on the opposing team, the capital was constructed, and our friend Ryan had joined the realm, a good day to be alive. Also on this day, my law firm and record-keeping business had finally been built and open to the community. At this point, everyone had diamond armor, and most houses were built. Dillon had constructed his house, Evan had constructed his but tore it all down to rebuild it again, as it was unproportional to Dillon's house. Xander had started to construct a town hall and an arena, and Richard had built his house next to his hobbit hole, and Lucas built his permanent house and left his temporary house that I had claimed over this day. I had lost my armor in the nether, but was treated right by Xander when he loaded me up with half a stack of diamonds. It's been an honor to make a video on the realm, and to have the support and help from people within the server to give me what they had accomplished and overall what happened. And special thanks to Evan for taking on the responsibility of making the news channel and for helping me out with this video. I couldn't have done some of the coolest stuff on this video without Evan's help. And I hope to see you on the next one, but until then, Brody cheating and getting banned is one of the biggest memes of the year. Peace out.